But boy, Obama during this Kamala Harris administration, it changed my opinion of that guy.
Really? Did you have a high opinion of him before?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, just as an intelligent person, a statesman. I felt like he's probably like caught up in the system. It's very difficult to make real meaningful change. You know?
And you're like, wow, how could Trump, equivocate on this whole thing? And then it took just a little bit of digging, just a little bit, because all you had to do is extend the clip 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is going after Barack Obama, arguing he damaged his own legacy by pushing identity politics. Rogan says Obama's approach inspired later Democrats, including Kamala Harris, whose similar strategy completely failed. According to Rogan, that failure can be traced straight back to Obama. He breaks down why, and the clips say it all. Hit subscribe and let's dive in.
I did trust the government, but which is such a weird thing to say. I used to think it was the Obama administration, but boy, Obama during this Kamala Harris administration, it changed my opinion of that guy.
Really? Did you have a high opinion of him before?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, just as an intelligent person, a statesman. I felt like he's probably like caught up in the system. It's very difficult to make real meaningful change. You think you're going to do something, and then you get into office, and you're like, oh God, what a fucking quagmire this place is. But watching him just straight up lie about Trump, the thing that got me was that very fine people thing, the white supremacist thing. They just kept trying to say that he was a racist, which is this thing that I think worked in like 2017. Yeah. I think it worked back then. I don't think it works anymore.
Joe Rogan says he, like millions of Americans, once took Obama and the media at their word about Trump. Labels like racist, fascist, and white supremacist were repeated, so often they started to feel like facts, not talking points. Rogan argues the goal was to shape public opinion before people could decide for themselves. Looking back, he calls it a wake-up call on how easily mass opinion can be influenced.
People believe it anymore. I think that we've gotten numb to all this stuff.
Well, it's a sky is falling thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you cry wolf or whatever. It's like, you guys can only call me a fascist so many times. I mean, like the New York.
Rogan says most people no longer buy the anti-Trump narrative. After years of nonstop accusations and fear-driven messaging, voters noticed the disconnect between the warnings and reality. What once sounded convincing began to feel manufactured. He argues the last election was a backlash against media conformity, political spin, and emotional manipulation, with voters choosing skepticism over fear.
Insane. Well, she also has been saying something really crazy. She's been saying that this is the closest race of the 21st century and that it wasn't a mandate. That's just not true.
It's not true.
Gore and Bush was much closer.
Yes.
I think that was a 0.5%.
I don't know why she keeps saying this.
It's just a lie. And then also she's leaving out the fact that she lost every swing state. Every single one.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you talking about?
I know. It's
he
crazy.
won the popular vote, and he won the electoral college vote, and that's a mandate. Say that it's not a mandate. It's like, but it's almost like if you say it to the converted, that they're going to listen and repeat it. Yeah, he barely won.
Right.
Like, no, he won.
Yeah.
He won every swing state. He won the popular vote. Yeah. That's called winning. You win the House, and you win the Senate. That he won. That means he won.
Rogan says the DNC and Kamala Harris are still shaken by their heavy defeat, and embarrassment is driving their denial. He argues real recovery only starts when they admit what went wrong and why voters walked away. Until then, they'll keep repeating the same mistakes.
For the no tax on tips things in the book as well.
That's hilarious because that was clearly his.
Clearly.
He said it first and they copied it.
It's amazing.
Did she really say that in the book?
I haven't read it, but I have heard from someone who did read it that she did. So people.
She had an address not coming on here in the book too, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Rogan slammed Kamala Harris for trying to claim credit for the no tax on tips idea, saying everyone knows Trump pushed it first. He called it blatant history rewriting, said voters saw through it, and argued it's another example of the narrative spin that backfired and didn't stop even after the loss.
Her team was not truthful about that encounter at all. They never committed to doing the show, ever. Yeah. They said that, I said that I had a personal day, which is not true. I said I am not available the day that Trump was here. I said that day's not. I didn't say that I was have a personal day. They just made that up.
That's crazy.
And then they also said that they sent someone here to go through the studio, like sent someone to do a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Not true.
No.
Not true.
Dude. How can they? I mean, it's just you repeat it and you say it and your side believes it.
But
and move
why
on.
would they do that when I can just say that's not true?
It's bizarre.
But
It's so
who
bizarre.
are they going to believe? They're going to believe me or a person who literally says whatever the audience wants them to say, which is what they did.
Living.
Yeah, I'm not. Why would I lie?
Rogan says Harris kept taking credit for ideas that weren't hers, which he sees as denial, not confidence. He also called out her team for flipping the story about his podcast, claiming he dodged the interview. Rogan says that's false and that the cancellation came from her side, accusing the campaign of misdirection instead of honesty.
Fucked her over, I would tell the truth.
Yeah.
If I was like, we lied, we told her I was taking a personal day, but realized I wanted to get Trump in. Not true. I tried to do both of them in the same day. That was my idea.
That would have been
my
amazing.
idea was to do Trump during the day and then her to come. She had a thing she was doing in Houston. After the thing with Houston, I go, I'll fucking do it at midnight. I don't care. We'll do it whenever you want to do it.
Yeah.
While you're in Texas, but I just can't do during the day because Trump's going to be here.
Yeah.
But they had to have known. I mean, the Secret Service there was 200 guys here. They had fucking
in Texas.
No, in this fucking studio.
No.
There was 200 people here for
Trump.
Trump.
For Trump. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating. It was packed.
Rogan's show is unscripted, long-form, and unforgiving. There are no edits, no talking points, and no safety nets. That's likely why Harris avoided it. On Rogan, vague answers get exposed fast, and authenticity is everything. If your message can't survive real conversation, the problem isn't the interviewer, it's the substance.
Just know something that he was here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a mystery. But I
Bringing
said,
the dogs through.
But I wasn't trying to be deceptive. I said, I'll do it later.
Right.
I just can't do it during this time.
That's the excuse they took.
They want to do
That's
it.
like, okay, they took that excuse.
They never
because
wanted to do the whole thing.
Never.
They wanted to do like a 45-minute thing in a different place. They didn't say scripted, but they did say that there's some things that she didn't want to talk about. And then they denied that.
Yeah. That's what I meant by scripted. Yeah.
I said I don't care. I'll talk to you about cooking. I don't give a fuck. I just want to know, who are you? I'll figure you out.
Yeah.
I'll figure you out in a few hours.
Yeah, in 3 hours, you can't fake your way through a conversation like this.
No, I'll find you.
Yeah.
Harris's team clearly didn't think she could handle a 3-hour, unscripted Rogan interview. Instead, they pushed for a tightly controlled 45-minute setup in a managed location. That says everything. Rogan's show is built on long-form, raw conversation, not scripts and guardrails. When a candidate can't survive open dialogue without heavy control, voters notice. It raises serious questions about confidence, preparation, and authenticity.
Like, you could close that border. Trump closed that border in a day.
Amazing.
In a day. You could say, I hate what's going on with ICE, and I don't like it either. I don't like this thing of like taking people. And here's the thing. Well, they should have done it the right way. Yeah, okay. But if you're poor and you live in a third world country, that's not an available option. Okay, what is an available option is this one administration over 4 years is encouraging people to go through.
Yeah.
Not only are they encouraging you to go through, there's Red Cross stops along the way. They give you maps. They tell you how to do it. They're funding people getting in. They're paying for air flights.
Yeah.
They're flying people in. They're moving people into swing states. They're getting them on Medicare. They're getting them on Social Security.
A Rogan interview would have forced Harris to face the border crisis head-on. No scripts, no spin, just accountability. As borders are, the surge happened on her watch, and Rogan would have pressed for real answers. That's likely why the interview never happened. Avoiding tough questions and controlling the narrative didn't fool voters, and the results showed it.